Yeah, welcome to another edition of the Back of the Class podcast. I am the Esteban Serrano.
I'm Juan.
I'm Zach, Dionne, hey.
Yo, Juan,
Hey.
you sound real
Hi.
stressed. I'm Juan.
I actually sounded like I was in class and I raised my hand.
Well,
Present.
We are
Yeah.
the back of the class, and sometimes we get overlooked because we, not really doing what
We
we're
are
supposed to be
present.
doing.
Yeah, basically.
But anyway, we got a great show. We got some new music to talk about with Chance the Rapper, all these Drake drops. We got a dope interview that Zach did today, so we'll have that on the podcast first time.
First time we've got an interview on the show.
Yeah, man.
Very happy.
Likewise, we got
Kari Faux.
Who is it again?
Kari Faux from Arkansas.
Kari Faux from Arkansas. We also have we got to talk about sports, man. The Warriors. Thin Ice, my man.
Yeah, they're working on a record that's close to my heart.
Right, so we'll talk about that. And then in the Flex Zone, we're going to talk about some sneaker news. But as we always encourage, if you are a loyal listener, or if you just found
Or
us
disloyal.
happy, yeah, exactly. Or if you're a disloyal
We're
listener,
just checking every once in a while.
please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a comment right here on iTunes if this is how you're receiving this podcast, because we do this each and every week. It's a lot of fun, and we love to engage with you guys as well on the Twitters, so hit us up using the hashtag Back of the Class. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into this. Chance the Rapper is teasing a new mixtape dropping soon.
Which he's been doing for a while now, no?
Been teasing it for a long time, but he played at a SoundCloud show last week, and he said it's coming next month, and last week was still March, so this is the month.
Oh boy.
Unless
And
he
he's
thought
ne-
it was April.
And he's never said the time frame, I don't think, before. And this summer is 3 years since Acid Rap.
I was
so
about to say
It's
that's
been 3 years since Acid Rap?
it
3
doesn't
years,
feel
and
like
he's
it.
I
just
know.
been- yeah, because he's been so present the whole
Yeah.
time.
That's
right.
true.
And he
So
dropped
busy.
an album as well. It's like the experimental.
Yeah.
That was like with a band, yeah.
Under-
But that
yeah.
wasn't like a solo, straight Chance project. It was like...
Right.
Yeah.
And
Don't-
then he's also kept himself very relevant, featuring and doing shows
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So it's interesting though. That's a great point. That 3 years ago, the body of work that we all know of him
Yeah.
is still so very relevant right
Yeah.
now in terms of him. He doesn't drop a ton of music like a lot of rappers say that they have to kind of be relevant. He's just been dropping the right projects at the right time.
Which shows how talented he is that he has one mixtape
Right.
that was so good, but he's so relevant in the game, and he's always like, he's not just a rapper. He does a lot of stuff for his community in Chicago. He's very he makes his voice heard on issues that concern his city and social issues.
Yes.
Off of one mixtape, like
Yeah,
that's
two
that's
mixtapes. Yeah, he has the 10-day before that, but Acid Rap just has it's
Just
casts
overshadow-
a big
yeah.
shadow. Yeah.
We don't count that one.
which is crazy because that means Acid Rap just, it's been 3 years, so the anticipation just keeps growing, and
Right.
kind of the expectations keep growing because it's like, dude, it's been 3 years, like
Right.
this shit better be at least as good or better
Yeah.
if it's taking you this long.
Well, the thing you lose with like all the verses that he does, which you mostly hear him through verses or like
Right.
a song here and there, is that the whole sound of Acid Rap was completely unique.
Agreed.
So whoever he was working with on there, hopefully he's working with them again. I think he does a little production on his own, but that's I'm excited to hear just what the whole project is.
Word.
Because Chance rapping is always quality, but.
Agreed. But
And
that's
it makes sense that it's going to come now when he's, again, we said it before, he's the first rapping voice on Life of Pablo.
Right.
So it's a big wave to coast into this new mixtape.
It is, and I have to commend him for just taking the time to drop good bodies of work when it is a body of work. I mean, the features like you mentioned, he's always kind of been our favorite features on some of these great records, but at the same time, he wasn't rushing into the mix.
Yeah.
Where a lot of artists who especially had that kind of spotlight, he was on like every night show. He was like really killing it. It could have been a moment where he was like, I need to drop right now, and then drop the wrong thing.
Now he is the most chill guy that
Word,
exists.
that's true.
And still independent, completely independent. He's never sold a song, ever.
Wow, man.
So-
Yeah, he still has probably my favorite verse from last year, which is the Baby Blue verse. with
Yo.
Bronson, the
Oh, yeah.
Work at Fridays. And
Hope your zipper gets stuck.
all that verse is
Yeah.
funny, but
Yeah.
it's
Hope you
so
hit the
dope with
lotto and
the
lose your
wordplay.
ticket.
Yeah, all that. It's so good.
It's
Work on
so
a Friday
good.
and it's busy on Friday. Like,
Did you guys hear Action Bronson's going to open up for Billy Joel?
yeah. Well, he
How
comes
is-
out to Billy
How
Joel.
is that going to go, though? I don't think
interesting.
I think there's zero overlap.
Oh,
There
of
is
fans.
none.
Well, there's probably a lot of Action Bronson fans who like Billy Joel, but I
Yeah.
mean, the people that are at a Billy Joel concert.
Exactly. I mean, the overlap. I know if you've ever been to a Bronson show, he comes out to Billy Joel,
Mhm.
which is that's where I make the connection.
Mhm.
Right.
And he's from New
And
York.
he sampled him on the
obviously.
record,
And yeah.
too.
But yeah, like the crowd that goes to Billy Joel concerts is just gonna be like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
But they're gonna
I
be
th-
drunk anyway, so who cares?
I think I might. What you think the Billy Joel fans will be drunk?
I mean, not by the
Not
beginning,
not
of his
in the-
opening,
right, exactly.
But
I think like to your point, Zach. I think a lot of Action Bronson fans will wind up going to a Billy Joel show maybe for the first time. But
Oh,
for
wow.
those Billy Joel fans,
I don't know, because those Billy Joel tickets are
Those Billy Joel fans are gonna be coming in there fucking on acid and shit.
Yeah.
That's what Billy Joel fans do. They're just on like shrooms and
Wow.
they do it
Yeah.
all now.
I do like that it introduces artists to another audience that they're not used to being, and I always think that's
Yeah.
really cool of introducing.
But that's
you
just such a juxtaposition. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
tough.
such.
Yeah, it's weird.
Come on, like some of the content and subject matter and buffoonery.
Yeah.
Doesn't he give away a TV at like every show?
He
Like
does
he
like
has
that,
like the
like,
craziest.
he's
stuff.
gonna
It
have
seems like
Action
every show
Bronson.
somebody comes on stage and then he power bombs them or suplexes them.
Right.
Like you can't suplex a 50-year-old person that's
You
there
gotta
to see
buy
Billy
a hip
Joel.
replacement
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
point,
Like,
Suplex Billy Joel.
Oh my!
Oh my God.
That shit. Get that hashtag trending
Word.
Yeah,
before this
suplex
show.
Billy Joel.
Word, man.
Let's do it.
But no, looking forward to that new Chance the Rapper. But
Yeah.
another one of our favorite rappers has been dropping music left and right this week. Drake. First of all, let's start with
Without warning.
with Faithful, featuring Pimp C.
And that was a leak, but that's a quality song.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that it was a leak because I didn't know it was a leak.
Mm-hmm.
And my immediate impression of that song was, "This is Wu-Tang Forever all over again."
Oh no, really?
Yes, I was like, I don't really know.
Wu Tang Forever is such a boring song.
It's so, but it's and then it didn't. It felt like a hardcore hip hop reference
Yeah. Wu Tang Forever.
in
yeah.
a love song,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
and that's
also,
what I think Pimp C
Pimp C
feel.
in a song with Drake is just
And he's just singy lovey on this
Yeah.
record, man.
I liked the song better than Wu Tang Forever, but yeah, so 5 Drake songs have emerged in the last, I don't know if it's like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. 3 of them were leaks, and 2 were these official ones yesterday.
Right.
And still have no idea like what the record is going to sound like
At all.
And they all feel kind of lacking in substance a little bit.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like a Drake song that really burns shit up, you know.
And are these like nobody knows, are these going to be on the record or are they just throwaways that he's just putting out just
These
to
are
get them out?
throwaways. They have
Well,
to be.
he hashtagged them views, the 2 new songs yesterday, the Pop Style and One Dance. But yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine you do a song with Jay-Z and Kanye and don't
not
put it on your record.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
then again, I couldn't have imagined this song existing the way it does either.
Exactly. So let's talk about Pop Style.
Mhm.
When what was your first impression when you heard it? Did you know The Throne was
I
Jay-Z
saw it
and
and I was
Kanye
like,
West?
"There. If somebody else is calling themselves the Throne, like they're dead." But so I figured, and I like clicked through before I even listened. I was like, I heard these guys' voices on here, and I found
you
them. So I was
cheated.
like, I cheated.
You so
yeah,
cheated.
but let's be real. Jay-Z has 2 lines.
Come on. man.
And they weren't even that great.
Wait. Since we here, can I just? I have a theory about why that is.
Let's do it.
And you guys may agree, disagree.
Mhm.
I feel like ever since Renegade and Eminem, Jay-Z is not rapping with real rappers anymore. Like he's rapping with Kanye, yeah.
I can't-
And then, on the Rick Ross, yeah. I mean, but that's Rick Ross. These aren't like lyrical heavyweights.
Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix.
It was a remix.
You're just saying on
Yeah,
an
but still, yeah.
actual-
That's a
And
good
it
point,
wasn't,
though.
you know what I'm saying? And it was an afterthought. It was like a way for Jay to kind of put his arm around Kendrick. It wasn't like this is a record you never heard before. The first time you ever hearing this beat, you're hearing these 2 together. He just sprinkled a little J and then literally ran out of the room because, I mean, come on, man. He learned his lesson from Eminem
15 years ago.
I mean, to add to that, I feel like he's been really, from the stuff that I've been hearing from him, like even on the record, it escapes me. The last record he put out,
Magna Carta.
Yeah, like there's no hunger there. There's no like. I feel like he doesn't feel like he has anything to prove anymore.
Right.
So there's no hunger. There's no like gusto in his. You know, while it's pretty good because it's still Jay, but it's not. I get what you mean. Like
Right.
it's not that, you know, old school Jay, like hungry, like I want to murder everything I'm on. So I do agree with that. I don't think he's scared. I just think he just has nothing to prove anymore in his mind.
I mean, there's either like one of two things going on here, which is either Drake wants to, I don't know, embarrass these guys. He wants to just like have them on a song and have everybody be like, was that it?
Right.
Or he just wants to have a song where it's like it should be a huge event and it should be all these bars and it's just them like fucking hanging out and vibing over.
Yeah,
this,
I
like,
I would
that.
like to hear Drake like rap, not
Right.
sing rap. Because when
Right.
he fucking raps, and I've
He's a
said this from
monster.
day one.
Yeah.
Like people shit on Drake a lot because of the singing and kind of rightfully so sometimes.
Right,
When he decides to rap,
Yeah.
he could rap his freaking ass off.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And that's what I wish when I saw Ye and Jay on it. I was like, I hope he raps because
Right.
then you could kind of, maybe he's trying to hold his own with those two on the record and he's just singing hook and just saying lines here and there. So I did like the beat though,
Oh,
because
the
I
beat
told
was
you
so
that beat
hard.
for some reason gave me a little like 8-bit like kind of Nintendo-ish
Yeah.
feel. So, and I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. So that I was super into the beat.
He pulled out the Street Fighter sample again too. The
Perfect.
Yeah. That was like the most evil beat I've heard Drake rap on in a long time. I liked that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely
Yeah, I don't know.
refreshing.
And the other one Dance, I really like. That's like the best of these 5 songs, I think. It's like got this piano. It's very like you can definitely really dance to it. It feels kind of like in the Hotline Bling sort of vein. I feel like right now, based on what we've heard and haven't heard, I think this is going to be like a really melodic, maybe pop leaning album. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
we'll
You know
see.
what?
We'll
I've
see.
been kind of waiting for, and like, you know, just kind of by comparison, Kendrick Lamar dropped Section 80, and that was such a major project for me. I was wondering how he'd follow it up, and when he followed it up with Good Kid, Mad City, it was reminiscent but very different. Drake has not dropped anything So Far Gone-esque yet in terms of the way things blended together well, like that kind of mood and energy. So I'm secretly hoping that all of these records are just, you know, feeding the masses, and that Views from the Six is more introspective, like So Far Gone was. And
You don't think Take Care is on that same?
No.
No?
I agree. No, I don't think so either. I also feel like if it's not broke, I mean, don't fix it. I feel like he's
But it's
had
broke.
So much successful personnel. I mean,
It's
to
broke.
us it is, but to him, he's still getting numbers. He's still
How did
riding
you feel
high.
about So Far Gone?
Oh, I love So Far Gone because
It was the perfect blend.
What I like him for.
Exactly. And that's all, because we
Yeah.
got a lot of R&B Drake, and we got some rapidy rap Drake. So if he was able to fuse that again one time,
I'm just saying,
for your
I'm
boy.
going strictly from the aspect of, at the end of the day, he's an artist that needs to get his payday, and
But he's already paid for
I
this because
understand
it's
that,
coming
but
out through Apple.
it
So
does-
it doesn't
I mean,
need
I
it.
get that, but at the end of the still like, do you think he wants to gamble and do what you're saying, and
Right.
appeal to us who are the minority of his audience? Let's just be real. Like, you know,
Right.
you got to think about that. Is he willing
Yo,
to
why am
compromise?
I always a
and gamble?
minority, man?
What?
That's messed up.
What'd you say?
He just minoritized me again,
I'm
man.
minoritizing you. If I minoritize you, I'm minoritizing myself.
Wait, so who's the majority? Bros?
I don't
No.
know.
It's
I don't know.
13
That's a whole other conversation
from
altogether.
Toronto now. I'm
No.
just joking.
I don't know. People listening to this should know that Take Care is my favorite, though. We can't go forward without people knowing that.
Really?
By a mile, by 10 miles.
What?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think Take Care's is only like perfect album, and it's not even a perfect album, but I mean compared to his other stuff. I'm waiting for just a good album because I like a lot of those songs on Nothing Was the Same, but man, it's not a great album.
It's a
an
mixtape.
album. No, you think of if you're reading this. From
Oh,
us
if
here?
you're reading right
Yeah.
now, nothing was the same. Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's going to be some good stuff.
Can I
We'll
just go back
debate
with one point for Faithful? I'm so glad Pimp C's like still getting a lot of
Love.
because like the documentary
Yeah,
came
man.
out.
Oh, the doc was so
recently.
good. If you guys
Yeah.
haven't seen it, go check it out. That was it gave me such a. I was already appreciative of his contributions, but once I found out what a stand-up guy he was
Yeah.
and what he did for Houston, I mean,
That's
I'm about
the
to
one
get a
thing,
Pimp C
like-
tattoo, and I don't even get tattoos.
Yeah, every interview or every song I've ever heard of artists talking about Pimp C, especially rappers from the South, and especially even more especially rappers in the Houston area, like no one has a bad thing to say about the dude
At all, man.
So I'm glad he's getting his due.
That
R.I.P. Pimp C.
album with a bunch of duets just came
Yeah.
out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Cool. Well, there's definitely gonna be a lot more Drake coming, and I'm gonna say if you're listening to this on Thursday, I am highly suspicious that this album might come out tonight. This midnight going into Friday.
I wouldn't be surprised
Because
Actually,
he
that's a good
really
point.
built the steam. He also, we're taping this Wednesday. He just put out the cover art on a building in London. He projected it. It's the same art he used for his single Summer 16, so it's nothing big. But it's like he just put out these 2 songs. There's
Right.
been leaks, and he just did the cover art. It's like,
Might
come
be
on.
gearing
I mean,
up.
when Rihanna put out Work, the album came out, I think, that night.
Right.
So
Leaks usually are like not a dead giveaway,
Indicators.
but indicators. Yeah, where
Yeah.
they're like, all right, fuck it, let's get it out there before
Yeah.
it loses steam.
But I got one more thing to say about Drake. This has been on the tip of my tongue. He has never been in this position, or for a very long time, where he's put out songs and had so much scrutiny on him. He dropped If You're Reading This, nobody even knew he had anything coming, and he puts out 17 songs.
Right.
Same with What a Time to Be Alive. And last time I was, very present for Nothing Was the Same rollout and writing about every little thing, and it was just
Right.
like, here's the new Drake song. It wasn't a million reviews 5 minutes later, and all these songs, Summer 16, Pop Style, One Dance, people are just like tearing apart in any way that they can as soon as they can. So it's like the expectations and like the readiness for people for him to like truly fall off it's kind of scary and annoying.
I mean, but let's not forget that he gave us Hotline Bling. Like, he's not that far out of our good graces. Like, that's still a stupid, ignorant smash hit, one of the biggest of the year last.
He'll be fine. It's just the atmosphere of it all is.
You're dang right.
Yeah. So, okay. So today I talked to Kari Faux. She is a 23-year-old rapper from Little Rock, Arkansas, where all your favorite rappers are from.
True that. And
No.
favorite presidents.
No. And she came onto most people's radar because the last thing Childish Gambino released was a combo mixtape EP, and the EP was all pop stuff, and the mixtape was like real Atlanta rap. It's called Stone Mountain, where he's from, and he just grabbed her song called No Small Talk and just put a verse on it and brought it onto his album. She's really great. She's really unique. And Friday, April 8th, she has her debut album coming out. It's called Lost N Los Angeles, EN. She had one mixtape before this, Laugh Now, Die Later. It's on Wolf and Rothstein, which is Childish Gambino's like creative group, basically.
Okay.
Haven't really seen that name around too much, but you can get it on iTunes. And here's our conversation.
Your album is coming out on Friday. How does it feel?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just want everybody to hear the music.
Yeah, how does it so you've done a mixtape and you've done a lot of stuff on the internet. How did you approach the album differently? What feels different about it to you to have it be an album?
Well, for one, I'm selling it.
Oh.
And I feel like I'm feeling it, so I guess that's why I'm calling it an album. I mean, everybody else kind of called it an album. I didn't call it an album till like way later. But I mean, I just kind of approached it like I just wanted to try something different. I just kind of wanted to show everybody that I could do more than one thing, and that I'm kind of versatile when it comes to making music. because I've listened to a lot of different kind of music. Like I'm into a lot of different things, so I just wanted to show that I could do everything, anything that I want to.
Yeah, I heard a lot more singing than I've heard before, I think, right?
Yeah, I've never sang on record before.
Oh, you never had before. Okay. How do you feel comfortable as a singer?
Oh yeah, I mean I sing all the time. I just don't sing on records.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun. Like it's definitely something that I want to do more of. So yeah.
Did you make a lot of the beats again?
No, I did. So fantasy, I made like a rough of fantasy, and then we had people come in and play instruments and like recreate it.
Nice.
And then don't the interlude. I originally played piano for it, and then I just had somebody that played piano better come and make it sound just more full and vibey or whatever.
Yeah, that's
so. But yeah, most of it is Black Party.
Okay, that's kind of rare too to have a lot of like live instrumentation on a hip hop record sometimes.
Yeah, it just feels better, and I've never had like access to live instruments or musicians, so it was cool, and it kind of opened up another like way of doing things and making music outside of just like making music digitally on a computer. So.
Do you feel like kind of upcoming like making music in their bedroom artists do you think they're kind of at a disadvantage to not have access to instruments like that and kind of a wider palette beyond what's on Fruity Loops?
I mean, I kind of feel that way because, like, I'm definitely a bedroom artist, and once you get outside of that and you, like, actually work with people who, like, play instruments or, like, use analog gear, like, just stuff like that, like, it opens you up to a whole other world of stuff that you didn't really know, or like maybe you knew about it but you just didn't like you didn't actually have like a chance to understand things better. So yeah, I mean, like, I feel like if you really are into music, you should definitely explore like real instruments and stuff like that, because it's definitely like a whole nother field.
Yeah, I think your path was pretty interesting because the being on the Childish Gambino mixtape and having it pretty much be your song with a verse from Donald, but then you still really took your time. Like, you didn't start throwing out all kinds of stuff. You didn't start doing all kinds of interviews. Why'd you choose to do it that way?
Because I wanted people to. Well, for one, I wanted to take my time with the music, and I wanted to live a little bit before just like just putting out music, because I feel like if you don't give yourself time to live, then what do you have? Like, what are you talking about? Because if you're just putting out a song every day, you're only, like, you're not changing from day to day. Like, you grow from, like, year to year. So it's just, like, I didn't want to just rush and put out a lot of music, because then I wouldn't be showing my growth. And so I feel like with, like, a whole year and some change, you can see the growth in the music. So and I mean, yeah, I wanted people to care about me and not necessarily like me because of Donald.
Right.
And yeah, I wanted people to just like know that I can make good music on my own, and not necessarily like because of somebody else who like has a really strong fan base and a really great career. I wanted people to care about me.
Yeah. Are you still like involved with Donald? Do you see each other? Do you bounce ideas off each other? Do you make music together or anything?
Yeah. We haven't made any music together, but we definitely like hang out, and he'll play his new music, I play him my music. Like we're still very like cool and close, so it's a really good thing to like have a friend who's like one of like the biggest rap stars, and he's still so very down to earth and honest about everything.
Yeah. You've got a line on there I was curious about. You said I'm more aware, but I'm more confused. What's it mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that was just about like, just like being a black person in America in this time right now, and being a young black person is kind of like, it's, I don't know, it's kind of scary because, I mean, like, feeling like when the whole Ferguson thing happened, and like just all these people like Samir Rice, all these people that like were being killed, and then it's kind of like being broadcasted to you, and then like nobody's being like charged with anything. It was just kind of like, wow, your life doesn't really mean anything to anyone, and it kind of just made me really, really depressed and really, really sad.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, yeah, I've always been black, and yeah, racism has always been a thing, but it was just so blatant and, like, so in your face that it just kind of, like, it just confuses me so much because I'm like, why? Like, why does it have to be like this? And, I mean, that may be naive to say because, I mean, like, I'm one of those people I'm just like, yeah, why can't we all just get along? But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's like a very hard thing for me to like grasp.
Yeah. How did those feelings change or develop between Arkansas and LA where you made the record and moved?
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Just like, how did those feelings of everything you just talked about, how did those change or develop from Arkansas to LA where you moved and made the record? Because they're very different places.
Well, because like in Arkansas, I see a lot of black people all the time.
Yeah.
So, like being black was like, it was just who I was. It was like, oh, okay, I'm black, and my friends are black, and that's not a big deal. Like they get me, I get them. But when you're like placed in a place like LA where I wasn't seeing that many black people, like the area I was living in, I wasn't seeing that many black people. And so I was like, I just felt uncomfortable all the time because I'm like, yeah, I say certain things and people wouldn't understand what I'm saying or get what I'm saying. I'm just like, and then it became a whole thing for me where I'm just like, oh, yeah, wait, yeah, I'm different. I forgot. Like,
wow.
So.
Yeah, wow. It seems like definitely on the album, it seems like you're really all about wellness and like trying to be happy and trying to take care of yourself, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Is it? Yeah. Does it take a lot of work? I mean, I would say personally, it takes a lot of my time to try to stay healthy and try to stay okay, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, I think people take health, mental health, like, physical health. Like, I think people take that, for granted because we're kind of young. And it's like, oh, well, I'm young. I'll just do all these reckless things because I'm young and it's okay. But it's like, yeah, no. And I think it's because I'm getting older and I'm just like, yeah, I want to be okay. And for like the next 30, 40, 50 years, like I want to be okay.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to understand that like what I do now definitely affects me, later down the line. Because I'm 23 now. And thinking back to when I was like 13, I'm like, oh, I had so much more energy when I was 13. Now I'm 23, and I'm just like, I have to remind myself. Like I started running and walking in the morning times now, and I've noticed that it's definitely helped. So I'm just like, yeah, I have to take care of myself because I want to be alive for a while.
Yeah. Does it feel like a separate thing from your music, or does it feel like they tie into each other really close?
No, I mean, like, I feel like it's separate from my music, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, it's definitely separate because I'm just kind of like, like making music isn't isn't that much of a task as taking care of myself, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like making music for me is like almost not even like a thought. It's not even like something that I'm thinking about. It's just like, oh, I just do it because I like doing it. It's fun. But like taking care of myself, I'm like, oh, okay. In my mind, I'm like, all right, gotta get up, gotta do this, like gotta, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's more of a chore. Music isn't a chore for me.
That's good. What do you hope people take away from the album? Big question.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I honestly don't know what I want them to take away from it. I just feel like it's a I don't know. I feel it's very nostalgic in a lot of ways, and I feel like that's me like channeling what I would think that like growing up in like the 90s or the 80s or the 70s or whatever. It's like, so I'm always imagining that those times were fun, which I'm pretty sure they were definitely hard times too.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just want everybody to have fun because I feel like those times were really fun. Everybody was just kind of like partying and having a good time, and so yeah, I don't know what I want them to take away from it.
Dude, can you tell me about that Leela project? You say Leela or Lela?
Oh, Lila, yeah. So yeah, it was just something that I started when I was just like in LA and I was feeling like really like sad or whatever. Like I said, I felt like I wasn't relating to a lot of people. And so like as I was starting to meet more people, we would just be like talking about LA and they weren't from LA and we would just be talking and they'd be like, oh yeah, like some people say, oh, I really love it a lot. And some people would be like, oh, it's cool. It's just a place where I'm at in my life right now. I won't be here forever. So it's just like something that I wanted to like talk to people about because like I feel like LA, like everybody automatically goes like, oh, LA sunshine, butterflies is so great. Like it's a great place, but it's also a very sad place. Like it's a very sad place sometimes, and it can be very lonely. And so I just kind of wanted to like open that conversation up because I feel like we all feel alone at times, no matter like even if we're surrounded by people, sometimes we feel like still alone. So I just kind of wanted to like open that conversation up and like let people know that like you're not completely alone in how you feel. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. Do you feel any less lost in Los Angeles now?
Hello?
Hey, sorry, I guess it didn't go through. Do you feel any less lost in Los Angeles now?
Yeah, I mean, I actually like LA now that I don't live there.
Yeah.
Um,
Where did you move?
because I moved back home.
Okay.
I want to be closer to my family. So, I actually enjoy LA a lot more now that I don't live there because I'm not, like, I don't feel trapped. And that's one thing I hate is feeling trapped. Like, I'm trapped in one place.
Mm.
So, I enjoy it. So when I go there, I'm only there for, like, a week or two, and then I leave. And I'm like, like, I'm there long enough to, like, enjoy myself and not feel like, why am I here?
That's good. So I'll let you go after this. What are you gonna do next? What comes next after the album comes out on Friday?
I have a show. I have a show in New York at SOB, and I'm working on the music like already because I plan on putting out another project this year.
Wow. Okay.
And yeah, yeah. So I'm just, I mean, because the album's really short. Like to be honest, it's super short.
Okay.
And so yeah, I'm gonna put out more music. I'm working on like this little web series type thing, which is only gonna be one episode because I just want to kind of do it just because it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I just never kind of had like the courage to do it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. Well, congratulations on the album, and thanks for talking to us, and good luck for everything.
Thank you.
So thanks for coming on, Kari. The album is great. I've listened to it. Like I said, Lost and Los Angeles. Kari Faux, Faux, Karifaux. So check her out.
Word, I can't wait to hear
Yep.
this music, man.
Mm-hmm.
Juan,
Yo.
talk about these Warriors.
So, as everyone knows, even if you don't follow the NBA, the Golden State Warriors have just been playing on easy mode all season.
Uh-oh.
They're, as we record this, are currently at 69-9, with I believe 4 games left. I
right.
could be wrong. This is Wednesday. They're threatening the, I believe, 97-98 Bulls. I could be wrong on the years because it's been a long time. Their record of 72-10.
78
78.
and 10.
No, 72. Well, 78 after
After the
playoffs.
playoffs. Oh, okay.
Regular season, 72-10.
So that's why it's so close.
That is a super. I hold that team close to my heart because I was the biggest Jordan fan since I came to this country when I was 5.
I hated him.
Like, he's my end all be all. And so basically, I have 4 games. They clinched playoff berth like fucking November, basically.
Right.
So they have 4 games. They have to win outright to beat the record.
And
It's
they
not
just
much.
lost to
The Timberwolves.
last night.
Yeah, which our colleague Tina here was probably losing her mind.
Oh, yeah,
She's
she
a
was really
T-Wolves
happy.
fan. So basically, it's a polarizing thing because people like me who love that squad, that Jordan Chicago team, kind of don't want them to break the record.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously the new school is like, yeah,
Right.
man, destroy that record. But then there's other things in play because the last 4 games is against the Spurs and the Grizzlies, 2 in each. And the Spurs already clinched, but they're known to rest their main players because they're old. Most of them.
Right. So this could
And they
very
don't
well
give a shit about
be.
this record.
This could very well be easy street. These next 4 games,
Or they could want to play spoiler
right.
and just because I mean, if that's your biggest competition, you kind of want to kill their spirit by
Right.
not letting them get that
Because
record
if
they
they
want
go
so
into
bad,
the playoffs
and then crawl into the playoffs, exactly. And the Grizzlies are a good team as well. Like the
Oh,
Grizzlies are a
yeah.
good squad.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be easy. They don't have like 4 bottom of the basement teams. So it's going to be interesting.
Do the Warriors have like a superstar guy?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, okay. I know him. So
I
yeah.
love how nonchalant Zach
Yeah.
is like Steph Curry. I've heard
Who's
of
their
him.
guy?
Is he good?
You know.
I know he's
Zach
good.
Wears ties.
I heard Drake talk
He
about Steph
said-
Curry.
I can't with you.
That is the greatest. I've heard
I
Drake stuff.
cannot.
Steph Curry is
deal with
basically the
Zach.
best player in the NBA. Like on any given day, it's him or LeBron.
Cool.
But most days this season has
Yeah.
been him.
Like, when
And
you
last-
So this would be his record. Like it would. Be
Yeah, I mean,
big.
this would go on his belt because it's
Yeah.
his team and he's the star of that team. He's the reigning
But the
MVP.
team is deep though. Like they
Yeah.
got some really good, which is why they're the defending champions.
Yeah.
And in their second year, they're about to break the NBA record.
Yeah.
Held by the Bulls of all.
Yeah.
I just want to give the people who have no idea what's going on
No,
a,
yeah,
a
yeah,
little,
no,
a little
give
in,
them a
a
little
little
context.
in.
Because I remember
appreciate
that 72-10 team, like they lost 10 games all season, but it was like sporadic 10, like just like the Warriors, like they've gone on like ridiculous like streaks and lost like sprinkled some here and there.
Oh yeah. Then they start
Wow.
the season with like 20 wins.
yeah, like
no losses.
It was ridiculous. And,
All right. So okay. Go
but like
ahead.
it looks like they're kind of losing steam because I think they were down by a good amount to the Timberwolves last night, and then they lost. They let
Right.
the Timberwolves come back and win. So a lot, the talk is that they're probably getting tired, and
Right.
they're kind of
Which is
crawling to the
not good.
playoffs. And there's already talk of them like they might even lose in the first round because they're probably tired.
Yeah.
So it's also, do they want the record bad enough, or should they rest their starters? Like, there's a lot of stuff in the air.
Right.
But it's definitely a big subject right now because of.
Do you guys think it's gonna happen or not?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think after yesterday's loss to the Wolves, like I think
Right.
I think they might be tired, and I don't know, man. Greg Popovich, the Spurs, like
Oh my goodness,
coach,
he's a
like,
scientist.
that dude is a scientist, and I think he would love nothing more than to spoil their chances at that record.
Do you think it'll
Not
take?
because he's a fan of that old team, but because that's something the Warriors want, and
Right.
you want your main competition to crawl into the playoffs.
Right.
So
Do you think it will be ages before it happens again? Before somebody got close like this?
I
Okay.
think so.
yeah,
It's just magic. Like, you got to understand, this team won the chip last year. They pretty much retained the same exact team this year. With the chemistry that they played with last year, it just rolls right over. Usually teams are dismantled after you win a chip. They just roll right in. It was
And they're
like,
doing it in a non-conventional way. They don't have a
Right.
big man that
Right.
dominates. They're a
there's
jump
no
shooting
pounds
team.
in the paint, right?
And since since that team was created and began being successful, everybody was like, yeah, it's cool, but you can't
Right.
be a dominant team and be a jump shooting team without a dominant big man
Joke's on
and
you.
all this stuff. And
That's what I always say.
Yo, you're hilarious. All right, so now on this note, just to wrap this up and give all of my my diehard Sixers fans out there some news, we have broken the double-digit record. We have 10 wins as of last night, which means we will not
if we had a
break
sound
the
engineer,
record.
we would have got like Praw's like
The
sound.
Shut up, I'm talking. The record was 9 losses held by none other than the 76ers. So we would have tied our
9
own
wins, 9
record.
wins.
9 wins in one NBA season is the worst season in NBA history, and it was
Lord.
also held by the Sixers.
Was that last
so
year?
we didn't. Shut up! It wasn't last. It was 70-something.
Oh, okay. Because
Get
that
outta
was
here.
pretty bad.
But on a good note, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are now majority owners of the 76ers.
Oh,
So
wow.
that is a great note. And they're changing the name from the Philadelphia 76ers to the West Philadelphia 76ers.
No.
I wish.
No, they're
that's
not.
No.
But
Okay.
That's Esteban's
I just
wishful
wish
thinking.
it was.
Wow.
You know, whatever.
Does Will Smith spend time in Philadelphia?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
he's
is he
there
gonna
all the
be
time.
okay? Did he
Oh,
show up
yeah.
at games a lot and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah.
Okay.
On the playground
Yeah.
where he spent most
yeah,
of his days.
he's still spending. He can't get off that playground.
Yeah.
Well, now he owns the
Yeah.
team.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? Baller status.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Flex zone.
So we're going to keep this kind of Bulls-related, Jordan-esque. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, the heir to the throne, his youngest son, decided to wear a pair of Jordans on the court at his UCF debut and cost the team their $3 million Adidas deal. Now, mind you, this game wasn't even like a real game. It was like not a scrimmage, but like a very like preliminary type of game. Decides that he's going to wear a pair of Jordans and not his Adidas. You know, you may not know
Why
that.
not?
But Jordan and Adidas, you don't do that.
Right.
That's like cardinal sin.
course.
Jordan hates
I mean,
Adidas.
anyway.
But
goes for
Jordan
anything.
especially.
Yeah.
So for his son to rep is a big deal for his dad, but it's also a big deal because it cost them $3 million.
Do you think that his dad can just be like, all right, I guess we'll sponsor you. Here's the $3 million that we made.
I'm sure they
I
can.
think they could make up for that.
I'm sure they can. And who knows? Maybe that was the theory the whole time, was like, well, just go out there in a pair of J's. And, you know, if anything happens, I'll take care of it, and we'll just make it a big story. Because let's not forget, when Jordan came into the NBA, his sneakers were banned, and he rocked them every game, and Nike was paying those fines. So this is kind of like,
And
you
it
know.
paid off.
It's cool.
And it paid off, man. So
right.
this might be a little, you know, nostalgic heritage, like, you know, kind of like, you know, paying homage to his dad and how he broke in. But this is,
$3 million tribute.
there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's probably his allowance at this
Yeah,
point. no?
that's not. Come on.
I was actually more surprised when I read about the story that he just played for Central Florida. You think the son of Michael Jordan is probably playing for a, you know,
No,
like powerhouse
no,
like
no, no, no,
UNC,
no.
like his, like, you know, like his dad
daddy,
or
no, no,
Duke
no, no,
or
no.
you know, Nova now or whatever. University of Central Florida. I mean, shit. I'm not saying it to like say anything, but I just assumed he'd like play for a major organization, not organization, university. I guess you could say.
But then you got to also see that it's only a $3 million deal for the year. That's not a lot of money.
That goes to the college.
That goes to, yeah. Or for that college, it's
true.
probably a lot
Yeah,
of
for
money.
that college, it's probably
For
a lot
my
of money.
college, it would have been a lot of money. I think,
Yeah,
on the real.
actually, it is a lot, probably.
I'd say so.
But in other Jordan news, Allen Iverson is now in the Hall of Fame. He had an interview with ESPN, and Allen Iverson was wearing a pair of Jordans, man.
I don't know how Reebok feels about that.
How does it? Come on, man! You can't do that. You're the question and
I
the
mean, you
answer.
can't tell Allen Iverson what to do anyway.
You know you can't.
So that doesn't really matter. But have a little brand loyalty, man. Like after all that work, like that company's done a lot for him. You know, like we know more than
He's done a lot for them.
Yeah,
too. But still, you should be loyal to the soil forever. ever and only, especially publicly. Like, you weren't going to the store. You're on ESPN talking about being inducted into the Hall of Fame. They have. I didn't buy them. I got a pair of Reeboks last year that were called the Allen Iverson question first ballots. So, like, they knew he was going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, how you not wearing the first ballots when you walk into that interview?
Same way he talked about practice. He didn't give a shit. But then there's also footage of like Jordan like coming going to him and like congratulating him personally.
Right.
Which is a pretty big deal. So
yeah, man.
Maybe he knew that was coming and he didn't want to diss MJ and like block his kicks. Who knows, man? I mean that dude's fucking royalty in like sports, so maybe
which dude?
Jordan, like
yeah.
If
Well,
I'm
both of
Iverson
them are
and I'm
now.
meeting Jordan, I'm like, shit, maybe I should rock Jordans because like it's fucking Jordan.
Lot
I'll deal with the repercussions later.
I mean, well, Jordan doesn't hate Reebok. He hates Adidas.
Yeah.
So he could have wore his Reeboks and he probably wouldn't have
A lot
made
of
it at
sneaker
all.
faux pas happening this week.
Yeah, man. It's just you just don't do these things. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of feet set tripping going on around here. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Anyway, if you love the kicks, be sure to check out Fuse.tv. We got a dope Air Max Con video.
Soul searching.
Soul searching, and we're going to do some more soul searches.
More
But
that's coming from.
go check that out.
Yeah.
It was awesome sauce. Now, let's get to the end of the podcast. What are you
You sound like you're
guys
about to fall
listening
asleep. Are you
to?
sick of us?
No, man.
All right. Wake
I
up.
talk to you guys
Let's have a little
all
pep.
day. What are you guys listening to this weekend?
What
It's
are we
gonna be
listening
amazing.
to?
I nominate Zach to go first.
I'm gonna listen to this album that's just called Nina Simone remixed and shit. What is it called?
Remixed and shit.
It's
Nina
called
Simone.
Nina Simone remixed and reimagined. It's very
Okay.
cool.
Why are you listening to it? What's reimagined about it?
What are they
Is there
remixing?
some dope producers on it? Is it a new artist like? messing
I don't
with it?
know any of the producers. My wife was just like, "Hey, check this out," and we already listened to Nina Simone a lot, and this was
Right.
like a cool new little avenue. Yeah,
It's a little fresh.
It's not like some crazy fucking techno, but it's just.
I mean, I
it's-
didn't know if it was like some Dilla, some
No, it's
other stuff.
it's nobody that I've really heard of. I didn't
Okay.
take even a close look at the credits yesterday. I just kind of like put it on and let it go. But it's good. It doesn't go extremely far away from like the essence of Nina Simone, and it's a good listen.
She's such a like big like. I love Nina Simone.
Yeah, man.
And to remix, that makes me a little like.
Now give it a try.
They're
Tell me
not
what you
trying
think.
to like do anything
Word.
like too weird, man.
As if Nina wasn't weird enough in a great way.
Yeah.
She was already there, man. You don't need to do much to it.
Yeah.
What are you listening to?
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna listen to the Royce project, man.
Oh yeah.
I've been watching the videos he's been putting out and like behind the scenes stuff, and I've always been a big fan of Royce. So and I've kind of slept on it. So I'm gonna dedicate this weekend to listen to that because I love that dude. He's fucking super talented.
Yo, for the first time, Juan is not binging on some television this weekend.
Taking a little break.
Yeah, or watching some wrestling.
No, I am super backed up in my comics, so I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of like back and forth listening and
Word.
reading.
Are you gonna read Black Panther?
Just
I
dropped
don't know. I'm on
today.
the fence if I'm gonna start that.
You should check it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
He's
gonna get
black.
it. I'm definitely.
I'm
You're obligated because you sit next to me at work.
He's a black trillionaire king.
Ooh, I might read this one.
yeah. You should read
Black Trillionaire.
Well, do you know
King?
it's written by the dude?
it about
it's
me?
written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, the Atlantic guy.
Tallahassee Payne? T-Pain wrote this? Tallahassee Payne.
Forget it.
All right, never mind.
It will take too long.
Oh, man. But I will be listening to Chris Calico Go. I got to spend a lot of time in Kansas City. Shout out to Strange Music. Shout out to Chris Calico. Shout out to Audible Treats. They brought me down to Kansas City, and I got to chill with Chris. You can watch all of my hanging outness on Fuse.tv.
Yeah.
It's a dope follow. He took me around to a lot of cool places that were real
Get to meet his
meaningful
mom.
and impactful. I got to meet his beautiful mother. And, she told me that if she didn't look good on TV, that she would come find me.
Yep.
So
First
if y'all don't
flight to
hear
New
me
York.
next week, she was not happy with your boy.
Yep.
But
Also on the site, if you're listening on iTunes, we post the podcast on the site every week, and I cook up a playlist for you guys with everything we talked about. So I'm going to show you some of that Kari Faux music right at the top. We play what we're going to be listening to for the weekend. If we talk about trailers, it's cool.
Yeah. And the
Check
name of the
it
Royce
all
project
the
is
way out.
Layers. It doesn't technically
Layers.
come out till next week, but I got my ways.
Layers to this
but
shit.
he got his ways.
And actually, you know what? I am gonna pick up Black Panther just because.
Do it.
No, we're going to pick it up. We're going to right after this
Yeah.
podcast.
True
Black
that.
Trillionaire,
Yeah,
man. Tallahassee Pain roasting. I can't wait.
It is Wednesday. I gotta go get my weekly pull.
Yep.
So
Maybe we'll talk about it next week. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get it too.
Wow, my first comic, yo. You taking my comic virginity
Hey, man.
on this show.
and it's an
Alright.
important comic, man, because I feel like it is. They should bring more black superheroes into the forefront. And I'm glad he's in the movie. So I hope it does well, man. 'cause
It's the guy who's writing the movie. So if you read about that guy
Yeah.
at all, if you're familiar with him,
Word.
I'll educate you off the show, Esteban.
I'm just excited that T-Pain is writing comic
Oh
books.
my
like,
God.
this is gonna be- Shout out to Tallahassee.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Warriors forever.
no.
Oh my God. All right, yo. Till next week, please rate, subscribe, comment. Check
Hit
us
us up
out
on Twitter.
next week. Hit us up on Twitter. Use the hashtag back of the class. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.